surgery. I was very fortunate. It was detected early. The margins were clean. It was not in my lymph nodes. And so everybody, all the doctors, we all assumed that I was done after the surgery. And then about 10 days later, the pathology report came in, and I had a different kind of cancer than we had thought, which was more aggressive, called HER2 positive. And then they were like, oh, no, you have to get chemotherapy. And I was like, because I thought I was finished. And then that was so scary to me. And it was, I would say, as scary as the diagnosis was the chemotherapy part. I was just afraid that my lifestyle was going to be curbed much more than it was and impacted much more than it was. I was afraid I couldn't exercise. I was afraid I was going to be laid out. I was afraid I was going to be infirm. And, you know, my doctor said, you won't be. I should have I didn't get so much misinformation. I had great information. I just didn't believe them, which is absurd. And so, like, the thing is, they said, you know, you're going to be okay. You can work if you want to work. And it was true. I mean, it was not easy. I would not wish it on anybody. But it was definitely, as I say, more manageable. And had I known that, there was a sense of calm would have probably helped. Because the panic does not help. You know, you're sick already and you're scared. And if you can find a place to go that will just calm you down and focus you, I think that would have helped a lot. But I should say, the reason why I'm doing this is because I was so afraid of the chemo. I went doctor shopping to try to find an oncologist to tell me I didn't need it, which I couldn't. So I had to do it. And it ended up to be, in the end, much more manageable for me than I had anticipated. And so this website for this campaign called chemomythsorfacts.com is hopefully a place that people can go that is going to be a list of a lot of the common misconceptions about what happens to you when you're undergoing chemo, and B, a great list of resources to other patient support groups like the American Cancer Society or Stand Up to Cancer, who I also work with. There's about 12 different support groups on the website. So what I think will be good is if it's one place to go that funnels the information to a very medically fact-based place for people to learn about.